So once you get that natal chart, what you're going to do is you're going to look at all the houses. You're going to look at all your placements. I suggest that you either write them down or print them out and keep it with you, because it's going to serve you, believe it or not. It's going to serve you in a way where every time there's a full moon, every time there's a new moon, and that full moon and that new moon is associated with a zodiac, or is in a placement, or there's a retrograde, whatever is going on, that natal chart is going to give you kind of an idea of what you're looking for. And I know it sounds kind of like I do not get it. It's fine. So listen, another thing you're going to want to print out or have in handy is the houses, the zodiac houses, and what they represent. So on top of that, you're going to have your natal chart. You also need the zodiac houses and what they represent. And the reason for that is so that way, when there's a full moon on Leo, and you got Leo on your 10th house, and your 10th house represents reputation, achievement, success, potential, paternal lineage. I mean, there's so much things that the 10th house can represent. But it falls on Leo, that's where the highlight of that new moon is going to be in until the next full moon, because it's always a full moon and then a new moon. The new moon is always at the end of the month, and the full moon is always in the kind of in the beginning to the middle of the month. Always remember that. So whatever the zodiac is, and if you have zodiacs in those houses, that's where it's going to highlight. That's where it can be either a challenge or it can be a highlight for that time. So that's why you want to have all these things printed out, ready to go to get on with it. Now, once you have that, you can also look up the zodiac placements that you have, right, for each house, and see what archangel associates with each of those houses. Because again, if you have Leo on your 10th house, or you got Leo in your 4th house, right? Leo, the archangel for Leo is Michael. You got what I'm saying? And let's say it's on your 10th house and you really need like some kind of extra support, because it's hard times for everybody, you know, in different areas of their lives. And you want to invoke like a prayer and add Archangel Michael. That's what you will focus on. Oh, so this month I want to focus on, or I need help with, you know, achieving my goals, success. I need help with maybe getting along with a family member, maybe like squashing shit off. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can pray for or manifest or set your intention, okay? You don't just got to pray. Um you can also meditate. You can set intention, like this is what I'm trying to do for this amount of time. You know, so that's kind of like what you will do. And mind you, there's so many archangels, and they belong to, you know, they associate with different zodiac signs. We also have, on top of that, we can even go further, and you can even buy the stones or crystals that associates not only with that archangel, but also associates with the zodiac signs as well. Because remember, everybody has a little bit of everything in the zodiac, and every 2 weeks or every 2.5 weeks, we got a, like I said, a full moon and a new moon, and that highlights somewhere in your life. It focuses on something, and it can be something as partnership, contracts, health, creativity, home, peers, identity, physical well-being, your subconscious, the astral realm, networks, you know, ideology, medicine. I mean, it highlights in different parts of your life. So that's why it's good to have your natal chart and also have the houses and what they represent. And you do your own, like you dissect your own natal chart, and you're like, okay, so in house one, I have this zodiac, I have Aries, and Aries is this archangel. And house two, I got this, and it's this archangel. And, you know, and that will help you every month to kind of know what's going on. You got what I'm saying? If you're having a, like, it will tell you like, hey, you're gonna kind of like have a little bit of a rough time, so you kind of have a different mindset. You know, you're not just going in blind. That's what I like about knowing about what full moon and what new moon, what zodiac it represents, because sometimes a full moon and a new moon can actually represent rebirth, or it can represent just going through a rough patch, going backwards. you know every full moon and new moon means something different, and that's okay. This knowledge is just to help you just keep busy with your life, keep busy with what you got going on. You got what I'm saying? Keeping your mind busy and not being distracted by the chaos of the world. This is just to help you understand you, because at the end of the day, you can only depend on you. You are the person that loves you for who you are. So why not understand or understand who you are as an individual? You know what I'm saying? What is your tics? What sets you off? If you know that, okay, this sets me off, I don't like my coworkers, and the full moon is highlighting in your work, that's something that you kind of want to, okay, let me just manifest that these days be easy. You got what I'm saying? Or that these days be peaceful and serenity. You can do those things too. So it's not just only money and abundance. It could also mean for like just a peaceful energy surrounding you, or you're surrounded by high vibrational energy, or you're surrounded by a great frequency, during this time that it might be a little bit of chaos around you. So those are the things that will help you and will benefit you, knowing your natal chart. And like I said, when you do your natal chart and you do not have the time of birth, the only thing that might not be accurate will be your ascending. Okay. But your sun and your moon should be on point. Okay. As long as you know the location, your sun, your moon. And I know there's people that are adopted and they don't know where they were born, and that's fine. As long as you know your birth date, you should be fine. And just know that we are all of those zodiac signs. It's just that we focus a lot on our sun and our moon and our ascending. And we also focus on our houses. Well, people usually focus on their houses when it has to do with the moon, because we do, as a woman, we do go by the moon cycle. But I do also believe that men also go by the moon cycle. You got what I'm saying? So it's not just like a woman thing, it's also a man thing, which is great. So that's this video. Stay tuned for my next video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so you can get more information on how to recognize you and learn you for you.